Welcome to SUSD Spotlight, your go-to source for all things happening within the district. Whether it's celebrating student and staff achievements, delving into trending education topics, or highlighting inspiring human interest stories, we've got you covered. Join us as we illuminate the incredible endeavors taking place in our schools and forge connections within our community. Get ready to be informed, inspired, and engaged as we embark on this journey together, spotlighting the extraordinary in SUSD. Welcome to another edition of SUSD Spotlight. Today we are excited to welcome in studio Principal from Tavan Elementary, Julie Ballard, and teacher Tanner Bollman. And we're going to talk about some innovative things at Tavan. But first, I know that you're celebrating 70 years, and I'm not sure that everybody knows where Tavan is or what is your claim to fame. So maybe you can get us started by telling us a little bit about yourself, your role as the principal, and what people should know about Tavan.
Well, people should know that Tavan is an awesome place to work. I have been there for 24 years, and it's my neighborhood school. It's in Arcadia. We back up to Arcadia High School, and there's a lot of wonderful things that are happening at Tavan always. This year, we've had some wonderful initiatives, and that's what you're going to hear about today. But most importantly, we celebrate kindness every day. We've been doing it for over 20 years now, and we have just a really great diverse group of kids on our campus that represents everyone, and our teachers are highly committed, and I'm very blessed to be the principal there.
Thank you, Julie. And Tanner, how long have you been there, and what do you teach?
So this is my second year here at Tavan, and I currently teach third grade.
So we're here to talk about an innovation grant that you applied for and received. Yeah. So what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we actually got 2 grants this year. We worked with the third grade team. The first one was a hydroponic garden using a company called Let Us Grow. And we have 5 towers where we can grow over 260 some plants at one time. And they'll be placed all around school. So we'll have some in our cafeteria. We'll have a couple in the library, maybe in the office. It's just teaching kids that there are other ways to grow plants than just in the dirt in a garden bed. So we had 2 running for a little bit, and then we had to clean them out for summer. But we just have to order new seedlings when the school year starts again.
And how do the students respond to that?
They were really excited. My class, because I kind of initiated it, they were able to go in and help me do it. And they got to eat some of the lettuce, which they never had this kind of lettuce before. So they really enjoyed it.
They can taste the difference?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
How does it inform the learning? Are there lessons learned out there, I guess, in the garden?
Yeah. So the third graders, being it was kind of our initiative, all the teachers did like a lesson on hydroponics that I provided them. And first we did like a pre-survey, like if they even knew what hydroponics was, what does hydro mean? Then we did a little lesson, and then they were able to learn about that, and then they got to see it in action.
And you said there was a second innovation grant. What was that?
Yeah, so the other one was for our project-based learning that we were doing at Tavan. Every grade level does 2 a year, and this will be for a sound garden. So students were learning about the connection of emotion, sound, and color. And we called it like Inside Out, like the movie. And so they all got to choose the different emotions and different colors. And they used Tinkercad to make a 3D design of it. And then they made a diorama with their group. And then we took those ideas and we made it a living or a real sound garden on our campus.
And where on the campus is it?
Yeah, so right now it'll be right in the front of our cafeteria. There is a grass area there, and there'll be different sections for the different emotions, and there'll be some garden beds and some hummingbird feeders and a fountain and all that kind of stuff based on their ideas.
And what did it entail for you to be able to make this happen for Tavan?
Yeah, it was a lot. I did the innovation grant process. I had to be accepted into it, and then I had to make a budget. I had to find all the different links. I did all the taxes for it, and then it was kind of getting people involved to help me with it and getting it on campus, doing all the inventory once it came into campus, and then officially building it.
And based on the early results, would you recommend this to other campuses across SUSD?
Yeah, I think the innovation grant is a huge thing that people should take advantage of. If it's there, make your students' ideas come to life. I think it's very important to create opportunities on campus for kids that they're not normally going to get at school. I think it's super important.
This does sound like teaching and learning sort of reimagined, the different ways it can move outside and in different environments. And we talk a lot about innovation. So if you've landed 2 of these, might there be a third? I mean, what are we doing next?
Well, the projects at our school are just really kind of cool, and the kids just thrive in that environment more than anything else. And it's a lot of it comes from kids. A lot of that creativity and that innovation comes from their voices and what they're thinking. And so it's really cool that we're able to really expand the themes and the curriculum so that kids are able to be creative on the campus.
Well, and you have some interesting animal opportunities on your campus as well.
Yes.
It doubled in size, as I recall.
Yes. So actually, we have 21 new chicks right now. We had 12, and actually Hopi brought over 10. So, we have our coops that we raise chickens, and they hatch every April in our kindergarten classrooms, where they have really cool incubators that turn the eggs and everything, and the kids get to watch them all hatch. And so right now it's fun at Tavan.
And do you keep the chickens?
We do. So we just actually rehomed all of our hens who had the most beautiful eggs.
We thought it should be a revenue generating strategy.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a great, obviously, partnership with our cafeteria. So any fruits and vegetables that the kids don't eat that day, it goes to the chickens. And so it's a really great project for our kindergarten, but also for our first graders, who then get to see the hens hatch the eggs, and then we share their eggs with the community and the school.
So you're pre-K through 5th grade.
Yes.
What other special programs do you have on your campus?
So for Tavan, like I said, we have this innovation that we're all have been all certified in our gold standard PBL. So all of our teachers have been trained, but also too, we are AVID school. So our complex is an AVID complex.
What does AVID mean?
So AVID is we're looking for career and readiness for our kids. And mainly we focus on our 3rd through 5th grade, but we bring it all the way down to the kindergarten, 1st and 2nd, learning about, how your teachers got into school. What did they do to become a teacher? We have conversations about that. The teachers start the year that way. And then right now we're a partnership with Arcadia and Ingleside has been really great. Tanner's also been a part of that as well, in bringing that those different careers on the campus so the kids can explore those as well.
When I think of Tavan, too, I really think about your community and your culture. You've got some great parents that are there volunteering, and some real sort of flagship events that happen throughout the year that bring everyone together. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because so much of choosing a school is choosing a family, choosing a community.
So our PTO has been wonderful. It's built over the years. We have done things as initiatives over the year for a lot of. We partner mainly with Arcadia, and so we bring our entire campus over twice a year to do an annual football game, as well as a basketball game. The kids get to come and see their 5th graders play. That's something that we've done for generations, and that's a huge, big event on our campus from year to year. And our parents are on campus all the time. They're very involved in our classrooms, and they bring a wonderful spirit to our school.
And a few years ago, we brought the Comprehensive Gifted programming to your campus, right?
Yes, we do. We do have the Comprehensive Gifted. This is in our 3rd year, and I will say that it has changed the way we look at things. I do believe that the Comprehensive Gifted program is a program that I'd love to share with all kids. It is that model of learning where kids' strengths are and be able to thrive in that, and then be able to research the things that they're interested in. So we have taken some of that from those classrooms and how those progressions of learning have really helped the kids in those rooms, and then brought them to the gen ed as well. Those classrooms are always full of life because our kids come up with so many different things for them to be able to learn and grow, and a lot of it has to do with that innovation as well.
And if parents are interested in learning more about Tavan, what would they do?
So we have lots of ways to learn about Tavan. More than anything right now, it's our tours. We are touring every week, it feels. We're very, very busy with those. I have a wonderful touring team. Ellen Young is my parent who then worked with me in the office and then decided to go get a teaching certificate is now my PE coach.
Nice.
And so she was a parent, and so she loves doing our tours, and she lives in the neighborhood as well. So we've been able to bring a lot of families on, and people are interested because when we first get on our campus, we're a really long campus. It's hard to know what we really are until you get there. And so I always hear parents saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was even here. So that feedback has always been wonderful.
Well, 70 years is a long time
Yes, it is.
to be here. And I can imagine a lot has changed over the years. And you were there as a parent too.
I was.
So you've seen it through different perspectives. Do you have some fond memories, and do you have some future plans for Tavan?
So I will say that I love the Tavan community. That's why I've been there as long as I've been there. It's an extension of me in that sense that I can walk to school, and I'm blessed to be able to do that every day. So I will say that teaching kindness has made a big difference. That's something that I remember well with raising my kids at Tavan, and accepting everyone and all the differences that we see each day. And that's been really something that we've embraced since I've been there. And then moving forward, I really, really believe in preparing our kids for the future. I really, our vision for our school, future focused, world class. I just think that there's always a new way to learn it. I really believe in the specialized instruction and providing that specialized instruction for all kids. We have 7 special ed programs on the campus. We have 3 CGP. We have ELD. We have it all at Tavan, and I want to continue to provide that small group instruction for kids because I know that's how we can get them that voice in that smaller environment to be able to share what they know.
So Tanner, was this your first teaching job, or did you teach somewhere else?
No, I've taught before. I've been since 2019. I've been teaching.
So what do you like most about Tavan?
Honestly, the community, they're really great. The PTO is super supportive. The team that I'm on, we have 4 members, and 3 of them are from my old school as well. So we've all reunited again and came back to Tavan. And so it's been nice to have a team like that. And the teachers are great. And again, the students are amazing.
Yeah, there's a tremendous vibe and positive energy on the campus, and it's got a long legacy of serving the community. So we appreciate that. At the end of every podcast, I like to ask my guests to think about a teacher who made a difference in your life. The teaching profession is so important and sometimes undervalued, but we want to elevate and celebrate our teachers and want to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to someone who made a difference in your decisions for your career and where you are now.
So mine would be Dr. Ramos. She was a social studies teacher in high school for me, and she just had a way of building those relationships with everyone, and I will always fondly remember her and her class.
Thank you.
Mine would be Miss Michelle Blatt. She was my agriculture teacher in high school. She brought me out of my shell, made me kind of go into leadership roles in FFA, and she just made a really lasting impression on my life, and we still stay in contact. She's amazing.
Well, I appreciate you sharing those stories. I think it helps us understand maybe a little of your interest in the hydroponics, and we want to encourage you to continue to innovate, because part of what we know really makes the learning exciting for students is when they get to be part of this hands-on project-based learning, innovation, seeing the relevance of what they're learning to other things that matter to them. And so thank you for modeling the way at Tavan.
Of course.
All right, always.
We want to thank our listeners for tuning in to another edition of SUSD Spotlight, and we hope that you'll pitch us ideas for future episodes on our website, susd.org/spotlight.